Hello, I'm Felicia Vereen, always known as Fee.
Hey, Fee, and I'm your girl, Sharita 3, better known as Fred.
And we are Inspire Her, the Total Woman podcast, all about uplifting you.
Yes.
Because friends, face it, you are awesome.
We'll be chatting up about topics we love to talk about. All the things we as women must juggle every day and the ish we complain about. But
who's listening?
Girl,
we'll chat about the struggle, the job, and about him. You know who we talking about.
Girl.
That boo, husband, boyfriend, ex, whatever you calling them today. Our lovely hellions, kids.
Our angels. But seriously, friends, life happens, and we don't always get a chance to talk about it. We take it on the chin and we keep it moving.
Because that's what we were told to do.
Yep.
But here on Inspire Her, the Total Woman podcast with Red and Fee, we are the friends you love to hang out with. We are here to inspire her, the Total Woman.
Yeah. What's up,
Hey. Girl, I'm looking behind this thing. I gotta figure out when this thing starts recording because my face was all twisted up.
I think the overlay was on there. You couldn't really see it.
That's okay, though. That's okay. So how was your Mother's Day?
It was quiet, but it was good. I kind of rested the majority of the day and then went to see my mom. So it was good. Uneventful, but good. Good. See all my nieces and nephews and brothers and sisters. So it was good.
Oh, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I was in the ATL.
Okay. With Indy.
Spending time, huh?
With India?
With India and my uncle. He came into town, so we stayed at his condo. We had a good time.
Nice. Okay.
Really good time. I cannot complain at all.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And he lived right in Atlantic Station. So all we got to do is park the car and walk across the street to whatever we want to do. So it was good.
Okay, that sounds good. Good.
And there's quite a lot of other stuff going on during Mother's Day weekend too.
I know. Can you believe we in mid-May already? Time is flying.
Yes. I can believe that. Time is flying by, literally.
Absolutely.
I mean, literally flying by, and it's ridiculous.
It is. So
that's why I tell people all the time. Everybody's like, I'm gonna wait until. Now I know if your money funny, listen, I'm a finance person. If your money is funny, find a different way to do it. You want to go to an island, you can't afford it right now, you better take your butt to that nearest beach and play like you at the island.
yeah, but shoot, everything that have to cost money that we want to do. It could be taking up a new career or doing a new class or exercising more or whatever you want to do. Time is not waiting for anybody. And like you say, live your life like it's golden. And I love it.
I mean, this is the thing. My cousin, God rest in peace, Clifton Lewis, he was 47, 48. Just passed away. It's not like you're getting old now, like 80, 90, and some people not living to be those ripe old ages anymore.
That's true.
You gotta live, baby. Live, love, and laugh as much as you can.
Yes, that's my motto. Live, love, laugh. But anyway, girl, it's been some hot topics going on. You know that girl, the Diddy case started yesterday.
Girl, and I'm on this thing like I'm a reporter.
But girl, it's a lot, and that's hearing that stuff. Anytime they got to give a disclaimer before they discuss the case, that shows you or that tells you a lot. I hear his kids were in there. And his daughters kind of walked out
They
yesterday
had to
when they was
leave
doing.
when they were talking about when Cassie and them, or when I don't know whether it was when the escort or when Cassie was talking about, the sexual escapades that they had, that the girls got up and left. It's like, dang, dude, like, aren't you embarrassed?
I don't know, but yeah, it's gonna be heavy. Cassie, what, 9 months pregnant, and she had to testify today. So that was like, she had to share a lot of her situation. I don't think they showed the video yet, but no cameras are allowed in there. So
They ain't gonna show no video, but these reporters, baby, these reporters are taking notes. They paid people to stand in line for them starting at 7 a.m.
yes,
So they said it was two lines. It was the general public, and then there was the press line. And then they opened up a whole nother courtroom so they could view it. And I'm like, wow. And then they let like 10 people in at a time. But that thing was crazy. It was
yeah,
crazy. It's just like, this man. So I got two sides. And listen, besties, don't be in my inbox talking about Felicia. You know you're wrong. Come on, don't do that to me.
I mean, we
Because
gotta see both sides of it. I mean, as difficult as it is, there is two sides, whether you like them or
part of
not.
me is like, could you have, like, they said the relationship was off and on. So when you was off, couldn't you have reported it? Because they scared. That people are literally scared of this P. Diddy, the devil, they call him. They're scared of him. And he
Yes,
done off to people. He done unalived people.
yeah, and you can look at it, and I get what you're saying, but when you are addicted, because at some point she had to have become addicted to the drugs, addicted
She said
to,
she was in love with him.
and in love with him, and
Make
addicted,
him happy.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, at that point, he was like one of the biggest stars out there, and to be with him like that, I'm sure, you were on a high from that. So, I mean, you could look at it so many different ways.
Mm.
But I'm anxious to see how many other like celebrities are going to be named in this, because that's going to be a big deal. I mean, they got a long list of people, like from Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child. I mean,
Williams.
Michael.
Wait,
Yes.
back up. Not Miss Christian. I thought she was the Christian one.
Michael B. Jordan,
No,
Chris
no.
Brown. You didn't see the list of the people
No, I
that's.
didn't know. No, I
Oh my
didn't.
goodness! Let me see
Not
if I
Michael
can find
B.
the list.
Jordan. Oh,
Mm-mm.
come on.
Yeah,
Not my sinners, dude. Like, no.
but listen, be real. If you were invited to one of them Diddy parties or white parties, we would have gone. We would have been
We would have
there.
gone, but I ain't going to the. I'm be like, what's back there? I ain't
Yes.
going. I ain't going to the. I'm not going to the after party, especially if somebody done already told me what happened at the after party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not going.
You're not
I just
going.
don't understand why he thought he could do this to women. And there's another woman that they said is going to be the third witness. Her
Yeah,
name.
Michelle. Yeah, Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child, Lauren London, Mike Myers, Kanye, Dallas Austin. These are Kid Cudi, Audra Day. These are all the people that were mentioned. So it could be in any
I
capacity.
mean, because they went to the party, or
And they could have witnessed something.
did were they at the freak offs?
Now, I don't know if they were at the freak off.
Bottles of baby oil.
Well, did you see where he told her where he made her quote unquote get into this tub with like 10 bottles of baby oil and he's just a sick man. I mean, he
No, but
is sick.
I did read where the escort and her was like, he told the escort to pee on her, and I was like, okay, 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 that's enough, but okay. And then she was saying she started choking and telling them to stop and raise her hand, telling them to stop. So you started choking, so this man was peeing in your mouth? I mean, like he was peeing in your face? I'm like,
I don't know. It's like you got to use your wildest imagination. But hold on, what was Misa Hilton doing in there? Did you see that she was with the family? I mean, I
yeah,
know
she
your
takes
son.
care of the twins.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She takes care of the twins.
I thought it was
From
Kim's best friend.
yeah, well, both of them. I thought they said I could be wrong. Don't quote me, but I thought they
Well, they
said,
grown now. But you see, she suing Mary J. Blige. It must be kind of bad. And they like supposed to be besties.
girl.
I
It's
don't
just,
know.
the crazy thing that it's just a whole lot, and I used to listen to Jaguar Wright, and I used to be like, she got a whole lot of conspiracy theories, baby, and
She
all
did.
of that stuff is coming true. And
Yeah.
Omar, when he got on there, and everybody thought he was crazy when he said P. Diddy and Hov was trying to kill him and mess with his family, and they can't do it, and blah blah blah. Everybody thought he was crazy, but now they're like,
Who is
I
Omar?
what's his name? Ain't his
Orlando
name
Brown?
Orlando? Girl, I'm getting all
Okay.
the names messed up.
But
Orlando.
it is an Omar. Okay, but I just wanted to make sure it was the
I
right
hope
one.
Omar Epps ain't mixed up in this stuff too.
Mm-mm.
I done
You
got
know,
the names mixed up. Orlando Brown. Everybody thought he was
yeah,
crazy.
and it was like, well, you bringing this person's just his personal sex life into it. You can do what you want to do with your sex life. You can have sex with as many people as you want, as long as they're willing. But when you're drugging people allegedly and altering their state of mind and giving them um drugs that heighten their sexuality or then of course if they're out of their mind, they're not in their right frame of mind, you can get a person to kind of do anything. I mean, it's just some
That's
horror
what they're
stories.
saying. They got her.
Exactly.
He was the one who called the people. So it's like, how much out of your mind were you? And then one of the escorts said that they kind of became her friend and kind of asking her, why are you letting him do this and this, that, and the other? And I don't know. I'm just glad she's out of it because that one,
Yeah.
the hotel, that was,
But
woo.
listen, you can get to a point where you become your mind does leave you and you're not thinking rationally and you're controlled and you're it's far worse than manipulation. It's control. It's like you in another state and frame of mind that you're not thinking clearly, and so you're making these decisions. It's in the word for it, but I can't think of it right now. But brainwashed and all of those types of things that you begin to, it looks like you're accepting of it and you want these things and you're craving these things, but if you're drugged and it's almost like trauma. Well, not almost, it is trauma.
It
And
is.
when it's trauma, so people react and respond to trauma in different ways.
I agree.
Yeah, so I
I
think
agree.
when we
But I
we
feel like somebody, like nobody could help her. A lot of people saw it. A lot of these men in this industry
Mhm.
saw it.
But they were afraid of him and what he could do because they
Not
know.
Not
Yeah.
not everybody, because there
I
was a couple
mean, you think of like
that spoke out.
the gene deals and those type of people weren't afraid of him and that kind
And
of stuff.
like
But
some of the people was like, I ain't coming to your party. No, I don't get down like that.
well,
Nope.
I'm talking about the people that are in his camp, his bodyguards, his assistance. You got women who knew what was going on and helped and aided and went and got women for this person. But people, a lot of times people are blinded by money and just the connection to people and the proximity to people. So, it's easy to say, oh, well, this person could have done it, but they were power tripping and they were like, oh, well, I'm in close proximity to him, but I don't want to make him mad, because they talk about his anger issues, and then you got these thoughts or these rumors about, and I'm sure they've seen him do stuff, or he's made them do things. Hey, won't no sane person working for him. These people were evil. These people were capable of doing these monstrous things. You're not gonna get no any Joe Blow off the street and be like, hey, I want you to do X, Y, and Z. I want you to dangle a man from the balcony. Like, who's doing that unless you some mobster gangster type thing? Not the average person is doing those things. So he probably was very specific about who he picked to have in his camp to be able to do these things without a conscience, and to see him beat this girl and maybe offer her something for her eye, or maybe tell him that after he beat her for 15 minutes, tell him to stop. Come on, man, that's enough. So you can picture those people doing that kind of stuff.
But
It's
you
it's
got these
awful.
other people, you got people that are allegedly, like Mary J. Blige, supposed to be a madam. And I'm like, wow. But we have seen her on stage high as a kite. She trying to
Mary
do
got
her
some
little
trauma
two-step
too.
and out the front. P. Diddy done traumatized her as well.
I said she got some trauma too, and for the fame and the rise fame, because she was one of his first artists on his label. So she has some type of loyalty to him, or feel like she owes him for her career, or putting her on the map like that. So that's how you brainwash people. Like
So
Cassie was like, he threatened her.
some of y'all gonna be mad at me for saying this, because I know how y'all are. Some of y'all gonna be mad at me for saying this, but there's a whole, even outside of P. Diddy, there's a whole bunch of people that's doing crazy stuff. Allegedly. I keep saying allegedly because I don't want anybody to sue me.
Where?
I don't want nobody to sue me because I'm not in the room. I don't know what
Right.
y'all folks doing, y'all nasty folks. I don't know what y'all doing. But Miss Beyonce and some things that she doing, and women coming out talking about what she's done to them and this, that, and the other, and she's a witch and she's doing all of this stuff. And I'm just like, you know what? When you go into those industries, you're kind of selling your soul.
Yeah, you if you're not grounded and you are blinded by this and this fame and your fame, all that kind of stuff, but you can look in her eyes sometime and they're vacant.
Oh
The eyes are truly the window to the
yeah. Remember that
soul.
day she was sitting beside him and she was just swinging, right? She looked like she was on something. I don't know what she was on, but she was on something. And then you got, Jamie Foxx disappeared and came back, and it was like, what, what happened to Jamie Foxx? Like it was so hush hush, quiet, and then we heard he had died. We heard that he was handicapped. We heard all this stuff, and then Jamie Foxx just popped right back up.
Well, he didn't want to pop back up. It was a while
I mean,
before
it
he
was
was there for a while.
he
But
popped right back up, looking like Jamie Foxx.
right, yeah, he almost died though. Well, two people that ain't with it, and that's Cat Williams and Terrence Howard. Because Terrence Howard,
Baby,
like, I'm not selling my soul to them people. I'm not doing that.
Terrence said, ain't no man
Mm-hmm.
doing that. Ain't no real man. And I just went to Cat Williams' show a couple weeks ago, and he's
Mm-hmm.
still talking about it. So he said, "Y'all believe me now?" I'm like, yes, yes.
I
And they
mean,
tried to, they tried to, tried to end his career, and it's like, so and I'm putting two and two together.
Yeah.
It's Tyler Perry. Well, Tyler Perry already, and it's kind of like I don't like when I heard the stuff about Beyonce. I was like, yeah, I can't support these people no more.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I'm not paying to go to a Beyonce show anyway. I got a child in college. I'm not paying
No.
for a Beyonce show. But just supporting them, it's just like, my God, like who is good out here? Who is moral? I understand when you first go into the industry, you try some things. I might, yeah, you slip up into some rooms and you like, what the heck is going on in here? But if you can slip up into those rooms, because he called Terrence Howard said, he called him and said, no, his people called and said, P. Diddy want to see you about a movie or something. And he
Teach
said
him
he
some
goes,
acting.
yeah, teach him acting. And he goes in there and he just looking at him. And he like, yo, I mean, what you want to do? And I guess he was trying to feel him out a little bit.
Absolutely.
Howard said, no, it ain't going down like that.
Yeah.
Down like that. Then they don't slip the conversation into Dwayne Wade.
Well, he's suspect anyway.
Oh, no. We already know that Gabrielle Union is a beard.
Oh,
We
yes.
already knew that. Because I think she like women.
I could agree with that.
Allegedly. I'm sorry.
Allegedly, I can definitely agree to that.
He like women. He like men. And they just get it all going.
I mean, because you can love your child, but and you're gonna accept them, but you too accepting of your kid like turned into a girl, and before the age of 18, like you're not even 18, and you like considering allowing her to have sex changes and that kind of stuff. So, what you do when you turn 18 is on you. Now I'm gonna accept my kid, and I think it's admirable. Even Magic Johnson's son or daughter with EJ. He a male. EJ, but I just think yeah, he definitely is a weirdo, Dwayne Wade. Anytime his lips greasier and glossier than mine. Mm-mm. I mean, it's a lot of them. Clyde
And then,
Davidson.
girl, Clive is the root of all evil.
He
He the root
is.
of all evil.
He really is. So what you think about TD Jakes giving his church to his daughter?
My question is, how do you give a church to anybody?
Well, that's true. I guess if she is an associate pastor or something, the board votes, and unless you own
Yeah,
everything, but church is run by the board.
Your deacons and your elders, they have a part in this. You don't just say, I'm bequeathing or I'm putting this in my will. My daughter gets my church. Now, I mean, I hope they had a say so in it.
Right. You would think. I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping they did, but they said he had a heart attack or someone on the stage, but I wonder if it's like partly that and partly he's suspected or expected to be named in this case, and that would be an awful stain on the church.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
Oprah Winfrey done been named in this thing.
I ain't surprised.
I'm like, I am. Oprah?
Well, it's two different things. If you were just at the party, you see some of everybody at the party, but the after party, the freak offs, that's one thing. Being at his white party and being at his freak off, two different things. Like you'll hear people say, "Yeah, I've been to the party, but I was gone by one." I've been to a white party.
Don't name me. If I just went to the little white party, you ain't gotta name me. I ain't see nothing.
That's
I
true.
ain't seen no baby oil. I ain't go in the house. I don't know what's going on in the house. I don't know. Uh, because they said that he was
LeBron
smart.
James.
He was smart about the people that he invited. Like some people, when it was time to go, he was like, "Y'all gotta go." So everybody
So,
wasn't able to stay. And
so
then
the,
he would take your driver's license and all of this
probably your
stuff.
phones and everything, so you don't have no to the outside. Yeah.
He took something so that he could, I think, like, I know where you live at.
Right, and then you blackmail people. You get them on camera, all these hidden cameras. So you share, you thinking about talking, then I'm gonna send you this picture of you being uncompromising position, which you might be married, you might have a certain status or something, and you don't want that getting out. So you keeping these secrets. Look
Okay.
how quiet Rick Ross has been. Look how quiet DJ Khaled has been. And these were people that were running with him. And you ain't heard a peep out of them.
And
Explain that.
some people were going to be very surprised because I really think some of them people gonna get up on that stand and name some folks that we ain't heard of yet.
Possibly. Possibly. It's definitely the trial of the century. I think this trial probably bigger than the OJ trial.
But
Bigger than the
what
R.
does I
Kelly.
want to know what part he play in it because
Jay-Z. Well, he been quiet too, but I mean, he done been named in a couple of things. But that Buzz B, or that lawyer, he turns out to kind of be a man that goes after the black men, so he not credible. So,
Shay Shay.
mhm.
Ah, I'm like, boy, listen. So moving on to Shay Shay. You about as dumb as a box of rocks. And that ain't allegedly. You about as dumb as a box of rocks.
I must
And that was
agree.
my boy. I liked him. You are as dumb as a
Anybody,
box of rocks.
any big old grown man that laugh like that, he's suspect to me anyway.
You
I'm like,
have something to lose.
he got a lot to lose. But why are you messing with girls that are 20 some years old? That's what
Because you
Monique
can
told him.
control them.
Yeah, stop messing with these little girls. You need a grown woman. Like, why are you messing with these little girls? He
You
shouldn't
don't
be
know
dating
how to
nobody
handle
under.
them.
He shouldn't be dating nobody under 40, 45.
I'll give you 30. I'll give you 20s. I'll give you that. These women grown. 25, 26, and 7 on up. They grown. You
But
dating a baby. That girl was 19, won't she?
that's true. But you want somebody that you somewhat evenly yoked with, whether
It's a
it's
lot of these men
financial,
out here,
spirit.
honey, that are going after younger women because older women have been through some. We done been through some stuff. We done seen some stuff. We can see your mess coming. So
That's true.
if we're married to you, we're gonna say, let's sit down and have a conversation. I'm not gonna just run up behind you and say, oh baby, choke me, whatever you want to do, pee on me, all this
Yeah.
stuff. Uh-uh. Now, I mean, if I like to be choked, then maybe, but you're not
Mm-mm.
going to you're not going to be able to talk me into something I don't want to do.
Well,
But these
that's true.
younger women, they see a little bit of money, they see this, they see that, they see nice stuff. You taking me here and there. And so I might let you do some things.
Well, it's definitely about the money.
But she could
It's,
have been a plant. That's what I was thinking. She could have been a plant. She
hmm.
talks so slow. Well, Shannon, I don't think I like that. I'm not going to like that.
And the
Why
other
do
thing
you
is,
do that?
dating, going for younger women and dating them, because he was allegedly was supposed to be bisexual and gay too. So if you deal with the younger women, and an older woman gonna want to pretty much settle down, and young women, we just want to have fun. So if you got this woman that's older, she's gonna be wanting to pressure when you don't want to settle down. Like, you're not settled down. You're not married. When you get a guy that's over a certain age, and if women are abundant out here, if you're a good guy with good character, you gotta look at like, why aren't you married? Like, what is the issue that you don't want to settle down and get married? Like, you hiding something, or it's something. Like, you want to be a player all your life? Like, that's ridiculous. Or just have babies and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, I know it's some crazy stuff that goes on out here, but and let me say this, and you know this. There's a lot of women here. Somebody has messed them up so bad, even when they were little, and going through the motions, and then when they get old enough, that stuff's still there. It's still there, and sometimes people can count and get over it, and some people just, when they get older, I can do whatever I want to do, and the stuff is still there. Some of these men, some of these women still have issues that they have not gotten over.
Absolutely. And they just don't work through their stuff, and they continue to just go along and hurt other people. They need to see a therapist.
Is she advertising, y'all?
They need to see a therapist.
She advertising.
Yeah, we walk around with this May Mental Health Awareness Month. People walk around with a whole bunch of issues, a whole bunch of stuff, and not dealing with it. They just going through people and hurting people, not just in relationships. Yes, but not just in relationships. I'm talking about your children, your parents, your siblings, all that. When you don't have your stuff together.
What Puffy Mama?
All up in the mess, kissing each other in the mouth, and
that was weird. Yeah.
But anyway,
you just never know.
You don't know. But on another note, did you see Cardi B step out with her new man, Stephon Diggs? Yeah, they look really good together. Offset probably not happy, but it's like finally you moving on from him.
Or maybe not.
Huh?
I said he'll get over it, or maybe not.
If he don't, too bad. So sad. He did her wrong, and hopefully she happy, and then just pick the same person with a different face. I hope she didn't just do that.
I don't know. I don't know about this industry.
Yeah, he's a lot of football player.
It's a lot of fake marriages. It's a lot of people together, and you think they're married, and they ain't a bit more married and claiming married. It's you think this is one thing I want to tell people, and this goes just for the average Joe, me and you, whoever. Stop looking and idolizing people, because the people you idolizing just is messed up. You think, oh, they got the best marriage, they got kids. I mean, it is just great. No, people show you what they want you to see.
That's true.
I do social media content, and I'm trying to inspire people, right? I'm trying to show the good stuff, but I have my moments. I have my moments when I don't want to be bothered. I'm in the house, I'm in bed, I'm just done. I don't show nobody that. You have your moments. You have your people that's married, and next thing you know, they beating the wife. The wife, this girl, she was. I'm thinking she got the best. I'm thinking they got the best marriage ever. Until somebody told me the wife ran out the house to run down the street because the husband was beating her. And I'm
Oh,
like,
Lord.
what? Don't stop idolizing people, especially these stars and
That's
singers.
true. Yeah.
Because if you don't know by now, that stuff is fake AF. Fake.
I agree.
Very fake. The
I
people
agree.
going back to Beyonce, you hear about people, she brought her daughter on stage. What's her name?
Rumi. And they criticizing the poor little girl.
Yes. I think, she's able to come out and come on stage. Both of them have autism or whatever they have. I think the little boy has it more than she does. He can't be around,
Big crowds
people
and stuff.
and stuff like that. But it's just, like when they were saying, oh, she's pregnant again, and she came out. Remember, she came out on stage and she was pregnant, and then she leaned down and her stomach kind of deflated a little bit. Why she couldn't just say? Everybody's saying, I got a surrogate. Why
But
not?
that was with Blue Ivy, though. That was her first pregnancy.
Either one. Why can't you say I got a surrogate? People are having surrogates, so why not?
Didn't we see her pregnant when she announced it in the first? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what's real anymore. Clues. AI.
Yeah, AI is terrible.
AI got you believing all kinds of stuff.
It's crazy how they can alter pictures and people, and you could be one place and be sitting at home, but you see me. Yeah, that's crazy. You really don't know what's real.
There's a lot going on in this world. Just period. Point blank.
Yes, I agree. I mean, we did make history with having the first American Pope, Pope Leo the 16th.
Well, they say he Creole. They say he black.
They say he got a little
1/8, ain't it? What is it? 1/8% make you black?
I don't know. They say he got a little Negra in him, and the MAGA don't like him because he's anti-Trump. So
first black pope. I'm saying it. Y'all done went and put us in the Catholic. Oh, baby.
Yeah, his name Leo.
His brothers came online because some people were upset because he didn't acknowledge his Americanism. He spoke in Spanish and he spoke in Italian. He didn't speak in American language and English. But his brothers, when you saw them online, they were straight out of Chicago. So
they from Chicago.
Yeah, and he'd been living in Peru for a while, and coming from I now work at a Catholic school, and I'm sitting in my office and I hear and it's a boys' school. I hear all this noise. I mean, they screaming and hollering and jumping up and down. First of all, they saw the white smoke, so they got all excited. Then when they said he was an American, the boys running all up and down the hallway, and I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, the first American. It is a big deal. It is a big deal.
It's a big deal for Catholic, and a lot of the boys are Catholic. It's a big deal for Catholic people. I mean, he's American, hey. And he's not he's gonna be around for a while. He's only 69 years old.
69? I thought he was a little younger than that, but yeah, okay.
I thought they said he was 69.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've been watching Michelle Obama and her. Yeah, he is 69. Michelle and her brother podcast. Have you seen them? They've had some pretty good people on there. I've seen where they had Trace Ellis Ross on there. I think they had Taraji P. Henson. Check it out. They got some good people on there. If you like Michelle Obama and and her brother Craig.
Michelle.
Michelle.
I you said two names. You got me wondering about. Remember, you said why people ain't married by now.
Yeah, like I do. It's a big trend. Like women are choosing to stay single these days. A lot of women are really choosing not to be in relationships, and they still said it was a study where they live longer, not being in relationships. Then I heard something that they don't live as long if they're not in a relationship. So who knows?
I
But
heard today social people being social helps you live longer. Being
I can
around
see that.
family and laughing and being happy, and that helps you live longer.
Well, you
So
must go live till you 200.
I love being around. I love being around my family and friends, honey. Period. That's just
Yeah.
period. If I meet
So this,
somebody that doesn't like, if I meet somebody that doesn't spend time with family and doesn't spend time with
uh,
friends, I'm like, what's wrong with you?
it depends on the family. Some families have traumatized people.
Well, I mean, I get that, but sometimes friends become family. You know,
True.
look at our we've been together since high school. I consider y'all
Hmm.
my family. So sometimes you can make your own family.
Well, that's true too. That's true too. Um, I don't know. I guess I'd rather you keep your bad energy and juju at home than just to be out. So sometimes people want to take care of themselves mentally and emotionally and get into a space where they're able to come out. Um, but I'm with you. I like being around family, having a good time, friends,
No, I'm
you
not
know.
talking about the person that's the introvert. I mean, I get introvert. I'm not always an extrovert. Like I said, there are times when I just want to be in my bed watching
You
nonstop
need that. That's how
movies or
you
TV or
refuel and
something like
recharge.
that. Right. That's it. And once I'm done with that, I'm ready to be back out. You know, and I don't have to be partying and all of that
Hmm.
stuff. I can just be downtown. I just like to see. I was driving through um, Savannah the other day. I just like to see people out and happy. That makes me happy. So
Me
I like
too. Yeah,
good
that makes me
idea
happy too.
out and walking. When I started my walking campaign, that was all about me being out because I was losing my mind
Hmm.
and I was losing it. I
Yeah.
I admit it.
It does bring you a sense of peace to see people happy and see people just in a good space and just having a good time. Sometimes you will drive by and see people out there, and it will make you smile just to see people happy, and especially the state of the world we're in now. Just it's the little things right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I don't need grand gestures. It's the little things.
That's why I tell people all the time. Like this weekend, I went
Hmm.
hung out with my uncle and my daughter, and you know that was enough. I just loved it, and I told him I was like, I was laying on the couch watching the basketball game, and I was like, this is it. And he was like, what? I'm like, I'm good. I feel great. We're sitting here watching the game,
Hmm.
laughing and joking with each other. I was like, this is it. This is good for me. He was like, well, I'm glad I could help you have a good Mother's Day. I was like, you're absolutely,
Hmm.
you
Right.
absolutely.
And again, it don't have to be any extra of doing a whole lot. Yeah,
I see
I
little
agree.
Munchkin in the background. He's still
Kobe.
listen. I'm gonna tell y'all. She wasn't gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all about
Kobe.
Kobe, little monster running through the house, turned into the trash bags.
Yes, he is saying trash. Kobe.
He tore
Kobe
the
is
trash. I mean,
yeah.
did y'all have the trash bags out? He didn't go in the trash thing and get them, did he?
No, he didn't. But he tearing up the trash. I guess when we went to the movies the other day to see Sinners, he was mad. I guess because we left him at home. Come back and he got all this trash in the hallway.
He mad at y'all. He's like, I bet y'all won't leave me again. I done took and
Speak,
told y'all.
speaking of sinners, that movie was a little weird to me.
It was, you had to pay very close attention. It was about what was his name? The little boy. His daddy
Yeah,
was trying to tell him, his daddy was trying to tell him that all of this is the devil's work, and they were
right,
coming trying to get him.
right,
He
right.
escaped, so we can escape the devil, but he gonna get us at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was different. It was different.
It
It
was,
was
but
different.
I think Michael B. Jordan, if he ain't in none of this P Diddy stuff, I think
He
he's an award for that movie.
Yes, that was Oscar worthy.
Yes,
Playing
yeah,
both of those parts like that, he did an
yes,
amazing job. I mean, the casting was amazing. It was great casting, and Ryan Coogler, he known for those type of movies. He different and kind of make you think and that kind of stuff. But it was definitely some lessons there
nice.
about
Saw it in
things.
IMAX. Did you go see it in IMAX?
I don't think so.
I saw it in IMAX, and the part when they went through the different genres of music.
Oh, that was
God,
so.
that thing is so nice.
Man, I did enjoy that. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was nice.
And and it shows that racism too with the devil that went to the people's house and
Mhm,
they saw the Native American people.
mhm,
No, you don't wonder this person is this, that, and the other. And they didn't believe the Native American people and
right.
ended up letting the white man in the house and he don't kill them and turn them into devils. See? But they were trying to warn you and tell you this person, he coming, yeah, that was weird. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the people that sold Michael B. Jordan the club, the space, the meal, they was coming back to kill all of them.
They were, because that was happening at the very ending, and he got
They
them
was coming
all.
back to kill them.
Okay, because he sent his little cousin home, so I guess he wouldn't be involved in it.
They
Yeah.
were trying to they were trying to save him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The whole
Right?
time.
And then they came back when he was older,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and the brother told him, I will let you go if you leave him alone."
Right.
Yeah. So he was able to live on, get older. He stayed in music,
Mm-hmm.
and they came back to see him, and they looked the same, him and his white girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. I think she was a half black and white.
Well, yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
she was passing.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
She
But
was
it was interesting. It definitely had some talking points to it. Yeah, it's a little gory, but it was good. No, the man that won't even dead that they threw out there, thinking he
yeah,
was dead, like
I thought
he
he
was
was
the
dead.
devil,
I'm
and
like,
they
oh
ended
my
up getting
God.
him.
I'm like,
Yeah,
oh.
that was weird.
But the crazy thing was when they came to the door and they wanted to come in, and because they had a band, and then they started playing that
Yes, it was
Flavor
singing
music. I'm like, you ain't coming up in here with that mess.
and singing that music. Yes, that was crazy. The sad part was the girlfriend dying, and
Yeah.
I guess their baby had passed away or whatever. So that was really sad.
But you
'Cause she
could
was like,
free
"I want to
him.
go be with
And
my baby."
he freed her. He freed her, and
He,
they met back up. Remember, they showed where they met back up, and she had the baby and asked him, did he want to hold the
hmm
baby? So they came back
But he was
together.
still alive at that time.
Yeah, he was dying.
Yes, he was.
He was dying.
Yeah, it was good. He definitely played that role. I give it to him. He definitely played that role.
He
The
did.
twins.
He played the mess out of that role. I'm not mad at him for that.
Well, I don't know where everybody else tonight. We ain't get nobody on here making no comments. I guess everybody asleep or watching the Diddy trial.
It's all right.
But
They'll
this was
watch
good
it.
convo.
They'll watch it
They
later.
certainly will. So we had some good conversation, you guys. So definitely pick it up and watch it. What we
Yes.
got
And
next week? What is
just to let y'all know, we're gonna have some different guests. I have recruited someone to help us with guests and topics that we think people might want to hear. So Red and I are going to get together with some of the people who have requested to be on the show, and we're going to see who fits, who will inspire you, or just make you laugh. Sometimes we do that. But stay tuned. We're gonna have some good guests on. That's
and
all.
we will see. Me too. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye bye.